The Magician Reversed. Introduction. Even when reversed, the Magician is about making higher, and better, use of all of one's power. The reversal, however, can indicate that one is hesitant about making the necessary changes in order to use their power in a more spiritual and more effective manner. Consider what it is that you are afraid of. Is it that others may not like the new you? You're right, they may not. However, this is no reason to not step into who you really want to, and are meant to, be. General, when the Magician shows in reverse, you may be overlooking the synchronicities, which could be pointing you in the direction you most want to and need to go. Again, when this card is reversed, you could be doubting yourself unnecessarily and causing yourself, and those around you, problems as a result. Work. Receiving the Magician in reverse can indicate a resistance to needed change when it comes to your working life. The truth is that nothing stays the same forever. Change and newness is a part of life. Don't cling to the past. Love. The Magician reversed can indicate that you are losing faith in your ability to find, attract, and keep new love, if you are single. This attitude must be stopped now, in order for you to be successful. In a committed relationship, this card in reverse can show a hesitancy to talk about what it is that you really want and need. It's time to be brave and to communicate these things. Finances. When the reversed Magician appears, it can indicate feelings of helplessness and of being stuck when it comes to money. The truth of the matter is that you can make changes, and you can improve your lot in life, if you will try. If you do what you have always done, there is no doubt that you will basically get what you have always gotten. Think about changes and new ventures that you could try. You may find that they are far more successful than you'd expect. Health. The Magician, even in reversal, is a good signifier for improved health. Take good care of yourself, and seek medical counsel if you need it. Believe in your body's ability to heal itself. You are likely to be feeling much better fairly quickly. Spirituality. When this card appears reversed, it indicates a need for new experiences and perspectives and even new input into the way you think about and function with your spirituality. It's okay, and in fact, it's desirable and healthy, for your spiritual approaches and thoughts to change over time. Try new things. Talk to people who see things differently than you do. You will both benefit. Tarot history. The history of the tarot is shrouded in mystery. Very little in the way of concrete information is known about its origin, although many things have been written about it. We will probably never know the truth, as fact and fiction seem to be irrevocably mixed nowadays. The tarot originated in northern Italy in the early 15th century, sometime between 1420 to 1440. Despite the fact that it is often attributed to originating from China, Egypt, India, or Morocco, to name just a few, there is absolutely no evidence that this is the case. Nor, as is often quoted, is there any evidence whatsoever that the tarot was brought to Europe by the Romanis. The name tarot is often attributed to being Egyptian, Hebrew, or Latin. This is not the case. The earliest names are all Italian in origin. The cards were originally called carte de triomphe. Around 1530 the word tarocchi began to be used to differentiate them from a new game of triumphs that was in vogue at the time. The etymology of this new word is unknown. The German variant was known as tarot and the French tarot. The symbolism for the tarot is drawn from the culture of medieval and Renaissance Europe. The tarot subjects are distinctive to European Christendom. The symbolism does not come from Egypt or any of the other exotic locales often mentioned. It is often stated that modern-day playing cards evolved from the tarot. This is not the case. Modern-day playing cards came to Europe courtesy of Islam. They were an adaptation of the Islamic Mamluk cards. They appeared quite suddenly in many different European cities between 1375 and 1378. These early cards had suits of cups, swords, coins, and polo sticks, and courts consisting of a king and two male underlings. The tarot adds the Fool, the trumps, and a set of queens to this system. Sometime before 1480, the French introduced cards with the now familiar suits of hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds. The Joker is not original to either the early form of modern-day cards, or to the tarot, but instead originated in the USA around 1857 and was used as a wild card in poker as well as the highest trump in euchre. It is also often stated that the Catholic and Protestant churches outlawed the tarot and all who used it in an effort to stamp out so-called heretical teachings. This is not the case. The Inquisition documented what the Church considered as evidence of heresy in great detail. The tarot was not even mentioned. After the Reformation, less controversial images for the Pope and Papess were substituted by card makers as the Church had objected to the original images. It is often said that the tarot was not used as a divination tool prior to 1781. The tarot was used as early as the 16th century to compose poems describing personality characteristics. There is historical evidence that in one case at least these verses were presented as relating to the person's fate. In other words, divination. Divinatory meanings were assigned to the tarot in Bologna in the early 1700s, and this is the first unambiguous evidence of tarot divination. Ordinary playing cards were connected with divination as early as 1487. It is not unreasonable to think that the tarot was also. The tarot has often been attributed with being a pillar of Western esoterica occultism. This is certainly not the case. The first occult writers to discuss the tarot were Court de Gabellin and the Comte de Melot in 1781. The tarot was not mentioned in any occult work for the first 350 years of its existence. The terms Major Arcana, Minor Arcana, High Priestess, and Hierophant are anachronistic when referring to the older tarot decks. The historically appropriate terms are the trumps and the fool, the suit cards, Papess or Popess, and Pope. Likewise, pentacles and wands are relatively recent substitutions for the traditional suit names of coins and staves or batons. The original Italian titles of the cards were in some cases different from the later French titles that have become familiar to us through the Tarot de Marseille and its descendants. Also, the ordering of the trumps varied considerably in Italy where the cards originated. It is not known which ordering is the earliest one. Even the number of cards in the deck varied a great deal. So care should be used in making statements about the original meaning of the cards based on the familiar titles and ordering. Many believe that the Waite-Smith Tarot is the original, standard, or most authentic tarot deck in existence. This is absolutely untrue. The Waite-Smith/Rider-Waite deck was created in 1909, not even 100 years ago, making it a relative newcomer in the almost 600-year history of the tarot. There is actually no definitive version of the tarot.